Good morning, Franz. How's everybody today? Sorry if the music wasn't playing in the starting soon screen. I thought it was. Amen! Right away, slammed in the face by cans. Well, the top of the head. Didn't hit my face, but gotta be specific. How you doing today, Conk? Conk was early arrival and first today. Well, technically, Conk was late arrival, but I had to restart OBS so many times. Good morning, Death. Death was second. Necessary. That's right. I should probably take my medicine with that hydrate. I forgot to grab a soda from downstairs. Scheiße. So how are you guys today? I figured we'd do some more basics this morning to start out with. Hey, Death. Hey, you are. We have Ross and Neff and Necromancer also lurking. I guess Fantasy fell asleep again. Ah! There goes my pill. Wreck time. Oh. Don't choke on your coffee. I'm gonna grab a soda from downstairs real quick. I'll be right back. I like to have something cold to drink too. At least it's not 8,000 degrees today. Okay. Jeez. All of my, not all, a large portion of my seedlings have sprouted. Most of my zucchini, and all of two varieties of tomatoes. There's one variety of tomatoes that hasn't sprouted yet. Hopefully they'll sprout. My peas mostly all sprouted. My squash has not shown any signs of life yet. I'll find out. I think they take a really long time though. So, I'll have lots of zucchini, for sure. Lots of peas, exactly what I like. And lots of tomato varieties. They seem to be doing all right. I'm gonna have to separate the little pods of seedlings soon and transfer them into pots. Thank you for the hydrate, Death. Hey, hello. Jeez, I was hoping Fantasy would be here this morning so that we could do the basics studies. Because I know Fantasy wants to learn how to draw. So I thought I'd do, beginner exercises with you guys. If you guys have a piece of paper, and a pencil or like a drawing program, you can draw along with us. I have our basics practice open here. We've got our stuff from the other day. I merged down some of the layers. And so now I'm just creating a new folder each time we do basics practice. And we are going to start with, with circles. I think I'd like to use a different brush for this. That one's too slow. So when you get a circle that you're comfortable with, try not to have that overlap. I know I should be using like my whole elbow. The problem is I don't have room for that, and my tablet is so small. But I don't really have the opportunity to do that. And then that's like a different motion. Like even this circle is still... Oh, that's a completely different motion. Ross Riders is streaking 145 stream streak. Congratulations on your level up, Ross. And good morning. We're doing basics practice again. Except I'm struggling because I'm trying to switch my habit of drawing with my wrist to drawing with my shoulder. And it's become awkward. So I'm just gonna do circles. I was trying to do the circle perspective thing. See how hard it is once you change something. So I've got to rebuild the muscle memory, right? It doesn't help that my hand sticks to my tablet. I'm gonna wear a hole through my sleeve. I got my sleeve like wrapped around my pinky, and I'm holding my pen, and my sleeve is like around my hand like like this. Oh, you got the pen here. And the sleeve is just like stretched around my pinky. It's like goblin grip. Why? Circles are so hard to draw, man. And if you slow down with your stroke, it wobbles. And how's everybody? I'm great. We did a 6-hour stream yesterday, and I'm not even worn out. Like, man, I had such a good time with you guys yesterday. I'm trying to get a consistent size and a consistent shape without getting this. While also trying to do the perspective thing. See, if I slow down, it becomes wobbly. And this is why these foundational exercises are kind of important. Thank you, Kong. Hello, Roman. How you doing today? You guys are more than welcome to join me in this exercise. It's worse if you have a piece of paper because you're just not, it's not right. Because you can't just delete the thing. Just can't undo. It's still a little flat here. Oh, that one went better. There's that wobble. Whenever I slow down, you get the little wobble. It's like a chainsaw or something outside, or a weed whacker. Let's add one more to the end here. This one's not skinny enough. There's the slow down wobble. Woo! This practice is specifically to get you to develop motor skills. Right now, I'm just trying to write out something. Not worry if it sucks or not, just write it. Punch the keys, for God's sake! William Forrester, Finding Forrester. Just write it. Hey, I mean, we're drawing circles and squares today, so... Use the shoulder. Use the shoulder, say. Thank you for the hydrate, Beth. Made a Caesar Cipher trophy today because I was bored. I don't know what a Caesar Cipher trophy is. Oh, Caesar Cipher today. Okay. I don't know where I got the word trophy from. I was looking at the word today and I think cipher, and I combined them into trophy. Why is it so goddamn noisy? I know why. It's because it's a nice day. I think the circles one is the hardest one. Oh, I forgot to put our little X in here. Now, there's another exercise that I didn't try the other day. Let's make our pencil a little bit smaller. But goal is to draw a box. Oh my goodness. We'll get a box eventually. Okay. The goal is to draw a box. I'm going to use a lighter color for our little cross lines. We're going to put a new layer on top of it because I think this will be easier. I'm going to switch colors. And we want to do symmetry work. Let's grab a different color yet. We'll go with really dark green. So now we've got this weird shape. And the goal is to draw the weird shape identically. This is another kind of training exercise that you can do to help develop your observational skills. This one's not right here. The goal is to get it as accurate as possible with as much confidence as possible in your strokes, so no like little sketchy lines. Which is why you need the square with the guidelines in it. This is wrong here. Hmm. It doesn't help that my square isn't symmetrical. So my reference points are a little bit off. But that's close enough. Another thing, given I'm trying to write a demo run around autocross course, handling course defined by cones, etc., and parking lot. So I'm having to make sure I have a description of it on hand, even though it would be kind of pointless given how fast the corners come. I made paste notes for the sake of practice. You know, again, babble to everyone else. Hey, if it's your thing, it's your thing. Share it. You never know who might come into the chat and also be interested in the same thing as you. That's the thing, right? Yeah, you know what's coming next. We're gonna draw a new shape in perspective. You want to get good? You gotta do this. I think I'm gonna start with this line. This is surprisingly difficult. And this line is actually incorrect. My pinky has lost grip on the shirt. It's funny because the first two lines I started with are actually incorrect. The box itself doesn't have proper symmetry, but Necromancer, good morning. Orb Danes. We're doing practices. You're welcome to practice along with us. They're basics. We're doing shape symmetry right now. I think this is probably a good shape. Thank you for the hydrate quarter. Good morning. Started by practicing drawing nip-nops. Hey, nip-nops are hard to draw, man. Good practice. I have to make the pen smaller for this. This one doesn't have very good... But... Ooh, this is hard. It's like some weird butt creature. It is surprisingly difficult. It doesn't help that I really couldn't see the cross lines. Oh, that's right. It's Cora's birthday. How did we represent Cora last time? Where's her doodles? Where's their birth doodles? The stuffies. Where was Cora on this? Oh yeah, Cora had the motorcycle helmet. And guess what? It's your get stuff day. Cora, how do you want to be represented? Do you want the motorcycle helmet again? Do you want something more complicated? Do you have a picture of a character or something? Crab. Look at that crab. I'd forgotten about cream puff soup. A helmet's okay. Anything else clothes-wise? Because otherwise it's just going to be the same as the other one. This is Mewtwo's. Why did my music stop? Why did my music stop? Let's try this one. This is basically the same as the other one. Nope, no clothes. Just naked stuffed Cora. I'm kind of out of practice on the, when they get stuffs. A cape? Gotta get the beans right. Carl wants a cape and a motorcycle helmet. Is it a motorcycle helmet specifically, or some other kind of helmet? Hey Ace, how's it going? It's Cora birthday. It wasn't a motorcycle helmet, was it? It was just like a regular, like, helmet. It was Ross who had the motorcycle helmet. It's a night helm. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was looking at it, I'm like, this isn't right. You think with all the circles that we've drawn today, I would be better at drawing circles already. But no! Let's try drawing a different kind of night helm. Because it's a stuffy, it's gonna... maybe have the little, like, cheek guard things. It's gonna come off the head a little bit. These stuffies have accessories that you can put on them. You can dress them up however you want. They're just the little bean dudes. Looks a bit like a Legionnaire's helmet. I'm gonna give a little bit of hair. Oh, someone's cooking bacon! Oh, you sent context for the earlier message? Oh? Oh, what is this? Is this a good and interesting development? Don't mind the bean butt here. Oh, shall we give Cora, like, a little belt and tunic? Cora, would you like a little belt and tunic? Cora is gonna become knight. is getting a tunic. It's supposed to have little feet.
Death_Sand says, marketable plushie.
Yep. Always a little soft, always a little dirt. It's got a little sword. We're getting better at drawing things in perspective, right? Right? I'm not crazy, right? There you go, Cora. very sane. And Havarti works now. Hold on, there's a line through the candle. We have to fix this. There we go. There's your stuffy. I'll zoom in on a bit. So happy birthday. Yeah, everybody make sure you go with Cora happy birthday on the Discord. I know that probably didn't make a lot of sense. I said wish, and it came out as wish. The SH just... language. It just left me. It's gone forever. I was about to take a sip of my coffee and my body's like, nope, you're gonna yawn just as you're taking a sip. I was about to die. I wonder if Bugologist is gonna come back. Wait, you sent me another reply. Oh wait, no, that was before. Okay. Yeah, I saw that, Cora. I asked if it was something good. Oh, someone's cooking bacon in the house! Ah! I want it! The torment! Nameless's headpiece that I need to modify for Conquest is not staying where it's supposed to. There we go. So, we have Cora birthday stuffy. Get stuffed, Cora. There you go. And we did some of our practices today. I didn't do the stacking because it's just drawing lines. But if you guys want to practice art and get better at art, the fundamentals are the most important. With the weird shapes, there's another exercise you can do, which is just draw a weird shape and then draw the weird shape again identically and just copy it, but just really fast. And just make copies of it. And that way, it trains your observational skills. Like, you see mine aren't perfect, and the perspective ones get a little bit weird because my perspective boxes are very scuffed. But it still helps you train your brain. And the best way to learn is to teach. So, even if you're just, like, doing what I'm doing, where I'm doing the practice and then telling you guys how to do that, it's a good way to learn. So if you have no one to teach, just talk to a stuffed animal or something. They call it rubber ducking in programming. Where you have a rubber duck on your desk and you talk to it. Like, out loud if you're having a problem with your code, and you talk to your rubber duck about the code that you're writing, and it helps you to understand where your problems are, because you're engaging a different part of your brain, and it actually does work. Like, I'll talk to Tesla about stuff that I'm trying to work through. I love Full Fat Mayonnaise's name. Every time I see it. There's also, like, I'll sometimes take screenshots of people's names that I see in Palia. I gotta remember to say that right. I always say it wrong. There's some of the notable ones that I've seen recently. Arson Yum Tenderloins. That's one of the ones that I saw yesterday. So if I see an interesting username, I'll just, like, take a quick screenshot of it. These are all my screenshots for the problem that I'm having. Come on, I know I've got another one in here somewhere. There's Possible Lacey, who's one of the developers for the game. But I think that they were, I don't think that's the real Lacey. God, there was another funny one the other day. This one was cute. Lady Smoochie of Snoot. This is someone's in-game name. It's really adorable. Two girls, one router. I love it. I love seeing what people choose for their usernames, because it's such a fascinating exercise of free will. Oh my god, Ace, that's... I mean, why not take it? How does one accidentally start that process, Ace? That's wild. I am in shock. I would be in shock too. I would be very confused and very jarred indeed. Anyways, yesterday's painting, we can close the practice now. Yesterday's painting is going very well. I'm still not sure about his pants. I've started putting in shading on the lamppost, and I've been playing around with the ocean / beach in the background. I'm not sure if I should take the lamppost, copy it, make it a lot smaller, and put one further in the background down the beach. So a little crooked and fucked up. There's a lot of detail that it doesn't need to have, but putting one like further down the beach. I think I need to make it skinnier too. And then, like, it's gonna look weird for a moment while I grab light and color and this goes underneath. Hello? I don't know what I've designed here in terms of a lamppost. The distance that it's at, it should probably be more like this. Lamp. And then go back to this layer. It's a bit intense. I did have this. Let's just delete that. This can go away. Whoop! That is. Interesting. So yeah, I don't know whether to make his pants match the rest of his outfit or match his shirt. I really like his shirt. It's a variation on other outfits that he's worn in the past and other shirts he's had in the past. He has a very particular style. And Chris has always been my kind of tech wear dude. I've tried putting him in more like goth clothes, punk clothes, traditional Japanese, fantasy Japanese, but he seems to really much prefer strange fantasy tech wear. And cargo pants. Poofy cargo pants. And yesterday, this is what it looked like. Just before I went to bed, I moved his whole head over. So I grabbed everything. Whoops. If I draw on this layer. I grabbed everything along here. Like that, and I just shifted it this way. And it worked out perfectly. So I just wanted to show you guys like the major change that I made to fix the problem of his face looked like it was hanging off of his whole skull. As if he were wearing a mask. It was really weird, and it was like, there's something wrong here. And I couldn't get the color in this area correct, and the shading was too intense right here, and it was like his face is just like floating off his head. And so I fixed it. And I like to sort of teach you guys what I'm doing, because I know many of you are artists in some way or are interested in art. And if I point out my own mistakes, not only does it reinforce the correction in my head, but it also teaches you what to look for in your own stuff if you're trying to learn how to draw. I'm gonna make a folder specifically for this background lamp. What happened here? Why did that... It doesn't change anything. Why is it putting it in a folder doing that? What the hell? Put this in a folder, okay. And then this in a folder. Huh. The glow dodge disappears or modifies when I switch things. Well, we'll just have to live with it. We kind of know what the lamps look like at the top now. Kind of look like mechanical mushrooms. And even though this world is technically a video game, like, I would think they would have made the lampposts on the beach on, like, robust concrete plinth kind of things. Take your meds! Good morning, Neff! Your legs are burning. I've been out training. You've been out training and not used to it? Also, hi, Fantasy. You missed drawing practice this morning. Let's bring out practices. So, recommended exercise for you, Fantasy, if you want to learn how to draw. Start with circles and boxes and do them in perspective. And then draw a box and draw a symmetry drawing inside the box, and then do that in perspective too. If you want to learn how to draw, these are like basic beginner exercises. After that, you can move on to like the cylinders. I already took my meds this morning, Neff, but thank you for the med reminder for everybody in chat too. The burning you feel, it is shame. Shame for not exercising. No, the burning you feel is called growth. I'm here now, but my stomach is growling like an angry wolf. Then eat something. Exercise will make you hungry. It's 18 degrees today and it's beautiful. Yesterday it was 35 with the Humidex and I just about died. It was so awful. We even turned on the AC in our house. But I think I'm going to go for a walk later today. And I think I'm going to do this drawing exercise with my mom. At least the circles and squares. I'm going to start by asking her to draw a circle and a square. To see if she can even draw those. She used to be a painter. Quite a phenomenal painter, in fact. But her stroke has changed things. And this is where our painting is now. And we also did a stuffy for Cora because it's his birthday. Whose birthday is next, actually? It looks like the June birthdays. Yep. There's 3 in June. They're all a couple of days apart. Maybe. My friend and I tried harsh military training under the command of another friend who has been in the army. That might be a little bit too much to start with, Fantasy. Fantasy, don't do things that are really hard right off the bat because you'll really hurt a lot. You could injure yourself and become demotivated. Neck drawing, gonna move. Look at that. You take it, you put it in another folder, changes. Because it's no longer interacting with the background layer, that's why. Can I have all of it on the screen, please? I think what's gonna have to go in next is some kind of path. A path! Whoops! Grab the toolbar. Well, maybe we want them alternating on the path? I don't know. Maybe right in the center? So the boardwalk kind of has like little sitting spaces around each lamp. I like little hangout areas. I don't want this one to look like it's too far away either. You know, it's... supposed to go here. And then the path needs some work. Just a second. There's concentration sampling. To unlock the layer. Thank you for the hydrate, Def. This is actually motivating me to kick my friend's ass later, but true. I will start twice a week with training. Eric Schmidt, an ex-Google CEO, was discussing AI in a commencement speech. Yeah, everybody was booing him. And he's like, okay, well, if you hate science, and it's like, no, they don't hate science, they hate AI. Because it's bad for the environment, and bad for society, and bad for people. These AI bros, man. They just don't get it. I hope all the AI companies just go under. Everyone who's been shoving it down our throats. perspective on this is probably going to be like way off. But what I'm going for is a radial pattern with the lamp posts in the middle, and then all the boardwalk boards sort of come to the center like this, and then the path comes off on each side like that. Whoop. Let's see. So if we look at things now, we've got a nice horizon line, and we've got leading lines up to him, and we've got a semi-focal point here. I need to add some brightness here so that your eye is drawn to him. Because right now your eye is drawn to where he's kind of glancing towards. So the focal point at the moment is the sun, but I need it to be him. And the path helps with that. It's definitely quite a difference. For one, the sun doesn't look like some sort of supernova or nuclear explosion in the background. Think about the water? What do you mean, think about the water? Oh, AI uses water? Yeah. No, AI is egregiously bad for the environment. Look at that sunrise peeking through the waves. It's probably too much, but... The color of the sky over here is very wrong. That's okay. You know, it's funny, if I go up here, that's actually the color of the beach sand. Look at the painting.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
the reason why someone I was watching, when they admitted they were using AI to program a racing game, even though I tried to explain, even if it wasn't an artist, how it's not helpful, and how I either failed to put it across or I was ignored. You were probably ignored. They probably get a lot of people going, oh, use AI, gross. You're a loser. And they just don't want to admit that they're wrong. Sai once told me that her job is to program herself out of a job. Yeah, if people use AI, I leave. That's it. Like, if it's someone I've been watching for years and they've switched to adding, like, AI backgrounds in their videos, like some of the creepypasta storytellers, I keep going, look, if you keep this up, I'm going to leave. You can't use AI for these reasons. And if I find a channel that's using AI to narrate things, I immediately leave. I've gotten into the habit of, if I see a channel that I want to visit, that I'm like, oh, that looks like a new channel, I open it in a new tab and I keep the previous tab open so that I can go back and click on the little meatball menu and go, do not recommend this channel. And I will dislike the video and add a comment that says, AI trash, and leave. I know it counts as interaction, but more people will see that and be like, oh, and, you know, I just blocked the channel. And I keep blocking them. Meanwhile, there's actual YouTube content creators who draw everything by hand and make all of their commentary and write their scripts, and they're being banned. They're being demonetized effectively. And some of these people have companies, essentially, or teams that they have to pay because they pay real people to do things. Like the one I linked in Corner of Woe that said they're suing YouTube, and I think they have every right to do so because YouTube won't monetize them. Oh, wow, that was fast. Thank you for the tea.
Doesn't take me a day to do an hour's work.
Uh-huh. Outside a few artists I know who don't use AI, I've given up trying to keep blocking artists who use AI. I keep blocking them. This particular channel that I'm talking about, like, I'd never seen them before, but they're called Underspark. And, they keep getting responses from YouTube telling them that they have to appeal their demonetization after 90 days, but they're like, well, it's just going to happen again and again and again, because all we've ever gotten are forum responses, because we don't have a connection to YouTube. Like, if YouTube demonetized me, there would be no hope for me. But I'm demonetized anyways, because I just don't have enough followers, and I don't have enough watch time. Which is why I switched to Twitch, because I've completely given up on YouTube. Ever since the first adpocalypse, I've given up on them. I'll watch YouTube, but, like, I have an ad blocker. Because YouTube is unwatchable without an ad blocker. I won't use YouTube on my phone or a tablet or anything if I had one. Because it's literally unwatchable. It's nothing but advertisements. And I'm just like, nah. As soon as Google got rid of their motto, don't be evil, they turned evil. Your family shows zero opposition to using ads? You mean seeing ads? Or... Well, here's the thing. Like, if a company's throwing advertising in my face, it means that I don't need to know about that company. Because if your product is good, I will probably end up buying it. Also, I don't need most things. I don't need most products. Most of what I buy is stuff for LARP. And they're never advertising. But, like, companies like Pampers, they're always advertising. Everybody knows what Pampers is. They're diapers. Everybody knows. If you don't know what Pampers is, then you've been living under a rock. something I learned recently is my city actually has like specific diaper pickup for people with babies or elderly or people with incontinence. Like you can schedule a specific trash pickup for diapers. Yeah, Twitch has really been pushing gambling stuff, yet you're not allowed to gamble on your streams. It's really ass backwards. It's really stupid. But hey, the corporation doesn't care where it gets its money from, it only cares about optics. And it's really shitty. The world is so shit. And I hate it. I know for a fact when it comes to people that think they have more of a say over what I'm making than I actually do when I make my series, I'm going to become extremely petty. You think you have a say over what I'm going to write in my goddamn story? I will make the characters racist. Don't play with me. Making the characters racist just because someone says you shouldn't make racist characters or something it is petty, and it's also, I don't know, I'm against that. But, you know, if somebody tells me what to write in my story, that's like, you know, it's like backseat driving. Like, don't do that. Don't be a dick. My only major rule is don't be a dick. That's pretty much the only rule. So, if you open your mouth to say something, or put your fingers to the keyboard to type something, think to yourself, would this upset me if someone said it to me? And if the answer is yes, then don't fucking say it. It's very, 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 very simple. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Sometimes nasty things need to be said. Put the video on the Discord. I'll watch it later. I do like where this painting is going, though. My mom especially, I'll let you drive and I won't speak, or else immediately tells you what you're doing wrong. Yep. You know what you should do? If your family drives you anywhere, ever, just start backseat driving them as much as possible. And when they tell you to shut up, you'd be like, well, maybe you should keep your mouth shut when I'm driving next time. And I won't do this ever again if you don't do it ever again. You just go full petty Ross. Passive aggressive, full bitch boots. Arcade, hi! Hi, good morning. Hey, you for the hydrate. I got tea. My dad has brought me tea. It's very hot. Let's put the full thing on screen. We're just playing with the water a little bit. Putting some scribbles down. And see, I learned about the bitch boots from Arcane. Arcane Memory has the best bitch boots. Yeah, I'm just gonna call you Arcane Memory. Tags. It's sorry. That mistake was the best one, and it's stuck here. Perhaps I just realized permanent passive aggression was likely influenced by my mom. One of several things I realized: you are a product of your upbringing. Always. It was a great mistake, and it's fine. I'm glad. If you ever have a problem with it, you know you can let me know and be like, say shut the fuck up. She'll maybe a little bit more kindly than that. As long as there's lulls with it, just be like, don't do that, please. I got the memories, so why not? Yep, you've got what I don't. I mean, you're smart, and I'm fine with that. Right at a moment when you realize you're more common with someone you despise. Yeah. But you know what? That just means they have similar interests to you. It doesn't make you the same kind of person they are. I have a lot in common with people I hate, but it doesn't make me as bad as they are. Like, Onision loves Final Fantasy VII, and he's a fucking creep. And I also love Final Fantasy VII, but I am not a creep. So, you know. You can like things that bad people like too. Because guess what? They're human. You're becoming self-aware. I don't see what awareness like that is. Like, yeah, I have the same tendencies as my parents. I have the same kind of laugh. I have the same kind of, like, aggressive forwardness as my dad. But that doesn't mean that I am that person, right? And you can always change who you are. Like, a friend of mine, both of his parents were crackheads. He refuses to touch drugs. You are a product of your parents in both good ways and bad ways. So, like this friend, he will never touch drugs. He didn't irresponsibly have children when he couldn't afford them. You know, he's loyal to a fault sometimes with his friends. He's a bit anarchistic, but still obedient to the law, where the law makes sense. Whereas, you know, his stepfather was a Hell's Angel, which is a criminal biker gang here in Canada. So, you are a product of your parents in both good ways and bad ways. He chose the good way. He saw the misery and the cruelty of his family and decided to not be like them. That's why you refuse to drink. Exactly. Whereas, like, I'll drink. My parents let me drink whenever I wanted when I was younger, too, so I never had to sneak off and go to parties with other high schoolers to drink. And by the time I got to high school, everyone's like, oh yeah, we're going drinking. And I'm like, why is that interesting? And they're like, oh, you're such a fucking loser. Like, look at you, you don't even drink. And it's like, I do drink. I just can drink whenever I want. And they're just confused by this. You should feel sad for him. Because, like, what kind of potential does your brother have? Like, the reason you feel bad is because you see him being wasted, and he's your brother, right? He could become a good person. He could become a responsible person. He could be a caring person, a functional human being in society, and yet you're seeing all of this potential totally wasted. I understand why you're annoyed. And, like, what is he getting out of it? Is it just the immediate satisfaction? You know? Has he ever succeeded in anything in his life? Has he ever had the joy of succeeding in anything? Main character, my brother used to break into our house and steal the TV, the narrator, but now he's dead. If he did, I can't remember it. He probably can't remember it either. And, like, that's the thing. Success begets success, but that also works in a negative context as well. This is why criminals escalate. Because they had success. And that success makes them want to strive for more success. Success doesn't have to be positive. And whether it's a negative or positive success, it still creates an adrenaline rush. Like the first time I finished writing my book, I got such a rush from it, and I'm like, I gotta do that again. You know, when I finish a drawing or develop a new skill, that's a success. It's a positive success, and I just want to do more. And I want to keep practicing. So whenever I get a handle on a basic, and you know, something changes in my art and I reach a new level, I love sharing it with you guys because I want to share in that joy and maybe encourage people to find their own successes, not necessarily through drawing, but like you through your pace notes or something. You know, that's why I like it when you guys share stuff, even if it doesn't make sense to me. You know, Death shares quotes and stuff, and he enjoys that. There's something Death gets out of sharing quotes and being entirely, completely random that brings him joy, and it's not a negative thing. I may not fully understand, and it may like throw me off and confuse the fuck out of me sometimes, but it gives him some sort of joy, positive joy, and it's not harming anyone, right? And it brings joy to you guys to see me all flabbergasted and confused. So that's the kind of world that I want to foster. It's why I keep streaming, why I hope to become a little bit bigger, bring more people more joy. I know sometimes I can be a little bit negative about like the world and the state of like politics and the lack of jobs and, you know, the ability to have a future and family and children. But I'm human. I don't expect anyone to be perfect and not complain about things. I dislike the communities where they're like, you're not allowed to talk about anything. That's why we have the Corner of Woe. Because you don't have to read it. That's why we have the news channel. You don't have to read it. You can mute it and never look at it if you don't want to. That's why, like, when Ross goes off in the channel of Woe, or in the Corner of Woe, like, I don't necessarily respond. I read it, but I won't respond sometimes because I'm just like, he just needs to vent, and that's what that's for. Because, you know what? Sometimes you just need to say things out loud. Boomers who fuck things up and look over there. Why haven't you pull yourself up off your bootstraps? It's literally, you're trying to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You're trying to lift something that cannot be lifted because you have no leverage. It's so dumb. You can't lift yourself up. That is not how it works. You can pick someone else up by their bootstraps. But you can't pick yourself up by your bootstraps. It's such an inane thing. See how Ross is going into that mode again. Don't pull yourself out of that negative hole, Ross. We're having a positive talk here. You need to look at things in a more positive light. You're here, I'm here, we've got our little community. You know I'm relatively consistent every day. You know what you're getting when you come in. I'm like a McDonald's or like a Swiss Chalet or something, you know? I'm very open. Face value. There's chill. There's sometimes serious philosophical talks. It takes training to pull yourself out of that, too. Which is why, like, I'll let you go off, but I'll, like, tell you to chill a little bit. Because you need to grow in that department. Like, you have lots of room for growth in the positivity and looking at the kinder side of things. I had trouble with that myself. I always just went straight for the, like, oh, everything sucks and the world is evil and everybody's bad and I hate this person. And eventually I got sick of it and I'm like, why am I so miserable? I don't want to be miserable. It sucks. But, like, I understand you've got a little bit of a rough home life and it's hard with your brother being around. And I don't expect you to fix your brother. Everybody's responsible for their own actions. But, maybe your brother just needs someone to hear him out at some point. And just be like, bruh, why are you so angry all the time? What is it that's making you so angry? Can you reflect on that for a little while and come back to me and tell me? What would cause you to become happy? Maybe no one's ever asked your brother what actually makes him happy. Not content, not pleased. Like, actually, genuinely happy. You know, not a dopamine hit. What would genuinely make you a happy human being? Like, at peace happy. Maybe no one's ever asked him. Maybe he's never asked himself. You know, look at old Dump. He's so mad at everything all the time. I don't think he knows what happiness is. I don't think that man's ever been happy in his life. I don't think enough people ask themselves that question. What does happiness mean to you? That's a question that I was asked in my first positive psychology class. What is a good life? And what does happiness mean to you? And it's lived in my head ever since. And when I think about it, like, I don't have an answer. But right now, like, with you guys doing this is currently my happiness. You know, I'm at home. I get to see my family every day. I would love it if, like, Sai lived a lot closer and I could see her every day, but that's not possible. It's a question I need to try and answer. It's been difficult to really think of a real answer. Yes. And I don't think it does have an answer, but it makes you question, when you look at it, it makes you question why you're unhappy and the things that are making you unhappy. And then you reevaluate those things and be like, do I really want them in my life? And then you start asking, well, how can I get that thing out of my life that makes me unhappy? And then, you know, what are the steps I can take towards that? And, you know, removing the thing that's making me unhappy, maybe I will become happy. And, like, I feel like the word is losing its meaning, you know? There's a difference between pleasure and happiness. Pleasure and contentedness. It's like, you know, some people are like, yeah, I'm feeling meh. And, you know, if I ask someone how they're doing and they're like, yeah, I'm all right. And before I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. But now I'm just like, well, that's better than bad. And sometimes it makes them laugh. And then they're suddenly having a better moment. And I think those little better moments, they add up. And so you have to find a way of looking at moments that used to be kind of down or downing and turn them positive. So, like, the whole driving thing, where you keep getting asked to go out. Hey, you're getting outside, you're getting some fresh air and some sunlight, driving practice. I know you like driving. And, like, you could get some errands done. I hate driving, but I need to learn how to drive because, well, my parents are getting old, and my brother's not always going to be around, and I would like to be able to, like, go to LARPs and get better jobs, and not having a car or being able to drive has really stunted my growth in the job department. And instead of looking at it as, I hate driving, I should reframe that as, you know, I like learning new skills. And driving is a new skill, but it's just scary for me. Like, I don't know why, but I get very anxious when I think about driving. Like, even just thinking about it, just talking about it, I'm getting anxious. Like, I feel it. And I have to remember that I love learning new skills, and driving is a new skill. Well, it's not exactly new. I've done it before. Like, I can drive. I still hate doing it. But just because you hate it doesn't mean it's not a new skill to learn. And who knows, maybe it could save someone's life someday. And I'm all about that. She knows gas prices, and my mom wants to bring her along because gas gets me as, out of the whole family, I'm likely the one who's most economical while driving. Yeah. Anything over above 80 kilometers an hour, you're just wasting fuel. It's the, was it the R cubed law? Also, how car tires, how a car tries to measure the fuel economy should be taken with a grain of salt. Grain of salt. Salt? Technically, it's not an improper way to spell salt if you're looking at phonetics. S-A-U-L-T. Because there's assault and Sault. So, like Sault Ste. Marie. Spelled S-A-U-L-T. When I drove the car right after Mom, its rating was 12 miles per gallon, but when I drove it, I got as high as 21.8. Yeah. The faster you drive, the more drag your vehicle has. And therefore it uses more fuel. Does she drive fast? Well, if they're paying for the fuel, that's on them. That's on the location? Yeah. If they're paying for the fuel, that's on them, as long as you're not paying for it. It's their car. They can waste their money if they want. Have you ever heard of Infection AU? AU means alternate universe to me. I was going to see my uncle, so the trip was done with 2 cars. I have not heard of Infection AU. He caught up to us and passed us. He didn't know it, but I identified the car in a heartbeat. Yeah, it wastes a lot of fuel doing that. Like, a lot. Here you go. The square cube law, or R cube. The reason why you're pulling 28 and your mom's pulling 12 miles per gallon is because of the R cube law, or the square cube law. I'm gonna see if I can improve the quality of light on Icarus here. Oh my god, noisy car plus a car alarm. Yeah. Maybe not that. Stop with the car alarm already! Ah! Thanks, Tags. Oh, here we go. It's like a zombie apocalypse, but usually dials it up to 11, where a virus, parasite, or magical corruption spreads to the land. It's generally features a specific hyper-aggressive pathogen that mutates victims in terrifying, sometimes supernatural way. Oh, okay. So it's like a specific genre of AU for pretty much just anything, right? I'm trying to figure out the lighting. Like, I'll definitely have to go back and fix some things. That's too yellow. Again, it's too yellow. Let's try the lamp post. Too orange. Often targeting beloved kid-friendly characters games, but most are about kids' TV shows. That's really weird. It's like people want to watch kids' stuff just kind of burn. I should try? That bioluminescent water. MLP infection AU? Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I think our RP thing that Icarus was from, we had several kinds of AUs. We're doing bioluminescent water. I've always wanted to paint it, and I've never done it before. Sunrise is coming, so I'm gonna see a bit more of the yellows and pinks in the water too. You have to remember, water is not blue, it's clear. of this. Done too much over here. Fell asleep. Now you're not hungry. That's the thing about being hungry. Like, just wait it out. It's okay to be hungry. Let's go to the Painterly blender for a bit. How dare. Why have you done this? Neff! Hydrate in the street. You know what we're gonna do. It's time to stand. Because my tailbone was starting to hurt. How's Irvinian? It's doing alright? Gosh, take a sip, immediately on. My tea's trying to assassinate me. We haven't done a stand-up in a little while. This is probably one of the more complex pieces I've done in a long while. My D&D character is taking up a life of his own, so I might write stories about him instead. Do it! Dragonlance is an author who took her D&D game and turned it into a novel series, so why not? This one's still just a smidge too big. Oh. Helps if I'm actually using a pen tool. Part of the problem is Ross Ryder's gone for a nap in the shade. Enjoy your nap in the shade, Ross. Have you tried asking him to please clean up after yourself? Just start dumping the mess in his room. This is progressing so nicely. Let's try and do something about the wood planks of this boardwalk, huh? We're doing a very bad job of doing something about this boardwalk. Because the spot where the center is probably down here somewhere. Right around here. Probably here. Definitely putting those all in the wrong spot. I have no idea how this perspective ruler works. Let's see what happens. Oh well. That's not how that works at all. let's see if that works the way I hope it does. That kind of works. I've never really used the perspective ruler before in Clip Studio. Which means we can take this. Put it more in the center. Not what I wanted. Hira, 7th stream watch streak. Thank you for sharing your time with us here at each and every day. Congratulations on your level up. We've come quite far in the painting so far. Still fucking around with the boardwalk. Can't quite get it right. Perspective is something I still need to work on. Necromancer redeemed the hydrate. And yet another street. Street. Yeah. I'm gonna stand here and step back and forth and take another hydrate from death. What do you guys think of the bioluminescent water? Should we continue with that or just do normal water? The boardwalk, it's gonna be a while before I figure that one out. Waterboard. Water is nice. I'm doing a little, like, step alternate on each foot. I'm gonna lift my knee nice and high. Get some exorcisms. Gotta exorcise those demons. I live in my fat. I'm not happy with the lighting on his pants, but I'm still deciding on his pants, so that'll get painted over for sure. There's too much orange on his hand, too, the one under the light. It's too orange. I should have saved a copy of him before I colored it. I'm gonna have to go in and manually fix it. Ah! Yeah. There's something still lacking in my coloring. I mean, I'm trying all sorts of new things. Fuck it, we'll do it live! Pretty much, yeah. I mean, we're almost done stream. IGN 7.8 out of 10, too much water. Well, I never took much stock in IGN's opinions anyways, so... Jeez, if I keep doing this for the next 10 minutes, I won't need to go on a walk. I'm basically getting a walk right here. My thighs are getting tired. Ah! Why would you need holy water? He's not doing anything nefarious. We sit again. My dad made the tea too strong. It doesn't taste as good today. Put my bamboo fan behind my blackboard so it's out of the way. Glares. It's like a glance and a glare at the same time. A glares. It was like last night I was thinking of a word for, like, the poncho thing. Like, well, it's not a coat. It's not a poncho. It's not a cloak. It's a cloat. I'm very much a cloat kind of person. There's a new word for you. You've created a new word. I feel like he's too much to the front or too much to the middle. somebody somewhere outside is smoking a cigar. It's the one smoking product that I do not mind because it doesn't make me cough and it actually smells kind of nice. Nostalgic in some ways. It isn't filled with, you know, cancer-causing agents. Well, I mean, it still has cancer-causing agents in it, but it's not, like, addictive or anything. Cigars are meant to, you're just meant to taste, and you're not supposed to have, you know, they just smell nice. What, a snack or a cigar? A fine cigar could be a snack, it could. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I have no idea. I'm gonna separate into 2 layers. "12-hour stream today." Ugh, I went over time again. Fine. I'll have to grab some sunset references. Sunset, sunrise. Also, hi, Conclopster. You were here at the beginning, weren't you? Weren't you first? Just gonna merge them back together. I hate it. I hate it. Might have to look up some references for the sunset in the sky. I don't like the colors. Should have kept a copy of Icarus. I have the neck one. Look at how much different the lighting is, though. Not only is the head fixed, but the lighting is so much better. Your friend told you to stop writing books and stories? What the fuck? No, keep writing. Who cares if they're not good or not? They're just keep doing it. Eventually you'll get better. You just have to remember to take feedback. and you can't be like, oh, I blame it on my dyslexia. You can't do that. It's just like me. I could give up on a drawing that's not good and never go back to it, or I could keep trying to improve and get so much better. Exhibit A. Exhibit B. One of my friends told me to stop writing. I'd be like, what the fuck, man? I would just straight up be like, what the fuck? Just say it straight to their face. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you say something like that? What kind of friend are you? I guess we're playing Palia for the next 9 hours. Alright, let's find someone to raid. We've done a lot of work today. We did more work yesterday, but we also streamed for 6 hours yesterday. And I want to go check on my seedlings and consider planting them in the garden. Never use as an excuse. I use it to a spite to get better. Only one who believes in me in my everyday is my old teacher. Yeah, well, your friend's an ass. Keep writing. Put the stuff in a library thread that you want to share. Stuff that you're working on, post it. I don't care if you link to like Wattpad or something, or whatever other sites out there for writing. Maybe I should just make one. God, I don't know how to program. But, like, I go back and I read that assignment that I got 100% on in grade 12 English, and it's awful. Like, it is ass, okay? It is absolute garbage. Was I really proud of it at the time? Absolutely. Did it have merit? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, let's find someone to raid. Hopefully we've actually got someone today. And we're not, like, struggling. I'll let Twitch know that I'm here in the audience. Let's see. We've got Freya, who we raided in the other day. We've got Wade Lady, Moko Maid. Scroll down, see who else is coming online. We'll go back to Freyon, I think. They were interesting. So, my friends, we are off sailing to other waters. May you wash ashore in distant lands and find new adventure. You keep creating, whether people say you're good or not. If people tell you you're bad, just say fuck you and keep going. Keep creating, even if it's bad, because one day it'll be good. And with that,